What's up, guys? Another cool one to show off. This is one of my World War II propeller builds. We did this one in a shadow gray cerakote on the case and copper. So you got shadow gray on the case and copper on your crown, and then we did a mix of copper with shadow gray inlay cerakote here. The dial itself has been acid etched and then torched to give it a cool color. So I did some black Omega style handset and then did a custom painted copper seconds hand. Low profile exhibition case back, stainless steel movement holder in there, and a silver rotor. And then this is on one of my buddy Jonathan Gillespie's custom, super soft, very pliable, very thick leather. I just thought the combo went together nicely. It also has a shadow gray-esque in color roller buckle on here. So thought it was the perfect combo to go together. So that is this build. Bezel on this will go left. It'll go right with the cerakote. It's on there a little bit tighter. Automatic mechanical. So you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit before you put it on to make sure you keep time throughout the day. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is turned away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your fingers facing and just go back and forth. Do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on. Even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31-hour power reserve. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You also notice it's got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So if you're pushing and prying on it, you are not bending anything. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:17 p.m.
1:17 p.m. When you're good, take it out of that time setting. I always tap it over and then wind it down. If you're not perfectly where that starts, I just get backwards a little bit and then start it on the threading. And that is the build. This is I love this build. I did a propeller not too long ago and I kept it myself, and I arguably like this one better. Where is that other one? Is it handy? Of course it's not super handy. It's somewhat handy. I'm a big copper fan, so I like this a lot. I think it turned out killer. So whoever is getting it, congrats. Good job. This is a good one to pick. Take my beads back on there. Door shut. So if it's going to you, thank you for picking it. I think this thing's kick ass. Nothing about it that I do not like. Not that I necessarily don't like things about my builds, but I love shadow gray. I love copper. I love how the band went with it. I don't know. I really like it. So the only thing, I guess if there was only one thing I could adjust, would be having the hands, instead of in a darker black, which, you know, still goes with the watch as a whole, would have them in shadow gray. I kind of like to match stuff like that, but to do that, these things are so thin, I would have to soak in acetone and hope all that loom came out of there, then find shadow gray, because I can't cerakote it. The process would destroy the hands. I'd have to find paint that would somewhat match and then re-loom that, and that's almost impossible for me to do. It would definitely be impossible for me to do. So then they would have no loom in them, except for maybe the dots at the end. So yeah, I guess it wouldn't have turned out better that direction, but love the build. So if it's going to you, thank you so much. As with every build, you're going to get kick-ass matching beads. These are set up in copper and that black to go with it, and then you've got some iridescent ones to kind of go with that little bit of iridescent look that the dial will put off. But that is the build. As with every build, it's going to come in a matching box. at least whenever I do a custom dial, propeller dial heel here, propeller dial here. I don't know what happened right there. Every boat comes with watch cleaners. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything right here in the center. This one will also come with some leather conditioner. Keep this leather strap perfectly soft. If it ever is getting hard or not as pliable, apply it on both sides, let it soak in, remove any excess. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is WW2 from Amazon. You've got an acrylic glass and you can scratch it, but if you do, put a tiny bit of this on it, buff it out using your included microfiber. Put it on a scratch, buff against that scratch, filling the scratch, and then polish it out, and then your watch will be as good as new again. So, once again, thank you so much for watching these videos. And as I said, if this is going to you, thank you so much for selecting it. And if you want me to build you something custom, unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, because I put them up all the time. Thanks.